अगर यूनिवर्सिटी होगी तो ख्वाजा इमादुद्दीन महमूद गवान के नाम से इंशाल्लाह यूनिवर्सिटी होगी इंशाल्लाह।
Welcome to Royal City of Bidar, the historical land of education and proud hometown of Shaheen.
Welcome to episode 2 of Heritage Talks, wherein we are exploring this historical and beautiful city of Bidar. Today we have come to Mahmud Gawan Madrasa in North Karnataka. We are happy to announce that Shaheen Group of Institution has adopted this monument and has already started the restoration and preservation efforts in collaboration with Archaeological Survey of India, which stands as a majestic ruin which reminds us of a Deccan when it was a center of culture, learning and power. You can easily say that it was Harvard of its time when scholars from around the globe visited this beautiful, majestic monument and they taught and learned the subjects that varied from astronomy, mathematics, law, geography, and so on and so forth. So this madrasa of Mahmud Gawan today stands as an inspiration for so many institutes, especially in northern Karnataka, to advance their journey of learning. So let us try to explore more about this particular one.
In the heart of the Deccan Plateau, where rugged hills meet fertile plains, rose one of the medieval India's most remarkable kingdom, the Bahmani Sultanate. For nearly 2 centuries, it stood as a bridge between north and south, between Persian elegance and Indian vitality. The Bahmani Sultanate was founded in 1347 CE by Alauddin Bahman Shah. He rebelled against Muhammad bin Tughlaq, which marked the first independent Islamic kingdom in South India. Gulbarga was his first capital, which later on shifted to Bidar in 1422 CE. Bidar, located on a plateau in northern Karnataka, became the political and cultural heart of the empire. Under Bahmani rule, Bidar became a Persianate capital, attracting poets, scholars, calligraphers and architects from Iran, Central Asia and Arabia. The Bahmani Sultanate was ruled by 18 rulers over nearly 180 years. The administration was divided into tarafs, provinces, each under a governor tarafdar. Art, music and literature flourished, creating a Dakhini composite culture, blending Islam, Hinduism and Persian aesthetics.
This was the golden age of Bahmani power. The Muhammad Shah III relied heavily on his capable Prime Minister Mahmud Gawan, Persian immigrant known for his integrity and intellect. The Bahmani rulers undertook the grand level of architectural projects like Bidar Fort, Solakhamma Masjid, Rangin Mahal and Astur tombs. Saints like Khaja Bande Nawaz Gesu Daraz influenced the spiritual ethos of the region. The fragmentation of the Bahmani Sultanate into the 5 Deccan Sultanates like Bijapur, Ahmednagar, Golconda, Bidar and Berar.
Mahmud Gawan was born in Gilan, Persia, modern-day Iran around 1411 CE. He was not only a warrior but a scholar, merchant and a statesman. He came to India around 1432 CE, settling in the Bahmani Sultanate under the leadership of Sultan Humayun Shah Bahmani. Later on, he was appointed as a Prime Minister Wazir under the leadership of Sultan Muhammad Shah III. Mahmud Gawan believed knowledge was the foundation of just governance. For Mahmud Gawan, sword built the empire but the pen sustained them. He envisioned a university that would make the Bidar intellectual capital of the Deccan. Mahmud Gawan later restructured the administration of the Bahmani. He divided his empire into provinces for the better governance, streamlined tax collection and strengthened the foreign trade, especially in the Persian Gulf and the Arabian Peninsula. Around 1472, he started constructing his dream institution in the Bidar, a grand madrasa. The madrasa was not only a religious place but it also had a library that contained 3,000 manuscripts. Despite his immense service, he was executed in the year 1481.
Long before Oxford or Al-Azhar could become global learning symbols, Deccan had its beacon too, Mahmud Gawan's Madrasa. Within these walls, faith and reason met. Knowledge was pursued as an act of devotion. Mahmud Gawan was not just a statesman, he was a deeply learned scholar himself. His educational philosophy was holistic. The madrasa was designed to be a self-sustaining university. The madrasa had religious and rational sciences provided. The subjects taught here were theology, astronomy, mathematics, sciences, medicine, Persian prose and poetry, Arabic calligraphy, and many more. Here theology met astronomy. Poetry shared spaces with mathematics, a harmony of intellectuals rarely seen in its age. Renowned scholars from Central Asia, Arabia, and Persia came over here. There were Indian native scholars as well, from Bidar, Gulbarga, and Delhi. The jewel of the madrasa, the library, it had around 3,000 manuscripts. The library was also a copying center where scribes reproduced manuscripts using reed pens and natural dyes. It housed rare works from Baghdad, Persia, and Delhi. Mahmud Gawan's madrasa nurtured minds that would go on shaping the culture and literature of Deccan through the generations. According to Mahmud Gawan, knowledge was the true lamp of the empire, more lasting than sword, more luminous than gold. In 1481, after Gawan's execution, library was lost or looted. Scholars dispersed, the royal support dwindled, and the madrasa gradually declined. Empires may fade, but learning may never. It reminds us that knowledge was once considered sacred and scholars were the true architectures of civilizations.
Architecturally, the Gawan Madrasa is a stunning example of Persian and Indo-Islamic designs. It was originally about a three-storied building made of beautiful glazed tiles in shades of blue, green and yellow, which gave it a vibrant look. The structure has a central large courtyard which was surrounded by classrooms, lecture halls and a mosque. Each tile, each arch speaks the language of Persian, but it echoes with the soul of Deccans. The main entrance decorated with glazed tiles work and Quranic inscriptions. It has two minarets at each corner of the building, which is now partly damaged, but it still stands tall, adding to the grandeur of the monument. Mahmud Gawan built not just a building but a bridge between the Persian intellects and Indian imagination.
By the late 1470s, Mahmud Gawan stood at the highest of his power, the most trusted minister of the Bahmani Sultanate, admired for his reforms and learning. His Persian birth and unmatched influence moved among Deccani nobles. They plotted against him, and soon after, a forged letter accusing Gawan's treason reached Muhammad Shah III. Misled by jealous, the Sultan in a moment of anger ordered Gawan's execution in 1481 CE without his trial. When the truth surfaced, the Sultan came over guilt and died soon after. With Gawan's death, the lights of wisdom dimmed in Bidar, his grand madrasa, once alive with the students across Islamic world, but it slowly fell into ruin. Earthquake, wars, and neglected strips away its glory verse by verse. Yet the arch that remains still whispers his dreams of knowledge, tolerance, and faith in learning. Today, Mahmud Gawan Madrasa stands in silence, a monument not just of stone but lost of vision. In every fallen breeze lies the memories of scholars, but immortalated by wisdom.
Centuries have passed since Mahmud Gawan walked through these corridors, yet his vision still breathes through every arch that survives the storm of time. He dreamt of a world where faith inspired knowledge, not fear, where scholars from every land could sit together, bound only by curiosity. The empire he carved has vanished. The stones of his madrasa may crumble, but his idea that wisdom is the truest wealth endures. In classrooms, libraries, and the quiet quest for truth, Mahmud Gawan lives on, not as a name in history, but as a lesson, that knowledge is light and those who possess it are never forgotten.
It is said that to restore is to remember, and to remember is to revive. So let us take a pledge today to restore this great monument, which can act as an inspiration for generations. Let's hope that we all contribute to the preservation efforts, especially the residents of Bidar, so that we are able to remember our history and revive our glorious past, especially when it comes to learning and education. Thank you.